If you really want to rile me, you need to tell me one thing. You don't vote. Because it doesn't matter and you don't see anything happening. Well, if you don't see anything happening, why wouldn't you vote for the people that would make this policy? Why would you not vote against the people who would make bad policy? Now the problem is, so many people are telling me that they don't vote because they don't think that their voice matters. Of course your vote will not matter if you don't. The only way for your voice to be heard is to vote, and the only way for you to get their attention is to say, I voted for you. The only way for you to get their attention is simply to say, listen, I voted for you because I wanted to see something different. I wanted to see change. The reason why the vote is now being suppressed is because voting did change something. It put us on a path that was in opposition and in some ways parallel to the Bush years. John McCain would have simply been 4 more years of Bush. President Obama was offering change. Now we have the power to elect a Congress that will work with our president and advance his policies. And the only reason that President Obama's policies have, quote, failed is because Congress blocks so much of his policies that will, in fact, set America on the road to recovery. Small government. President Obama. It's interesting to say that Mitt Romney is all for small government, but only when it interferes with the rights of businesses and regulations of businesses. Joe Walsh, a Republican a T-Publican out of Illinois, says that government regulations strangle business. But absent government regulations, we see the worst crash that we have ever seen in 2008 and the subsequent bailout. We see not only that, but we also see we also saw Enron. We saw so many companies going under and taking all the money that was in there out of people's retirement benefits and pensions that they had saved for their whole lives. So absent government regulations, all of these things happened, and yet T-Publicans are there for small government when it interferes with the rights of business, but they will expand the size of government when it comes to women's rights and reproductive freedoms. They will expand the government when it comes to drug testing for welfare recipients. They will expand the government when it comes to getting benefits that I paid into that now I need as a safety net because now I don't have a job. Now I don't have an independent way of living. Then they want to expand the size of government. But when people were being taken advantage of by business, they decided that we don't want to regulate that. That those regulations are the ones that are strangling America. And then you don't vote. And then you tell me that the vote's not going to matter, and that you don't vote to further your displeasure with the political process. This is a rebellion that is not being paid attention to. They're not paying attention because you don't concern them. Make your case as to, if voting does not matter, why are we seeing voter ID laws, and why are we seeing cutbacks in early voting to discourage the urban vote? Why are we seeing not only that, but we are also seeing it being making it harder for people to vote or and restore their voting rights, as well as proof of citizenship laws. Why are we seeing all of those if the vote doesn't matter? Make your case as to why not voting helps clean house of these corrupt politicians. Have a great day, YouTube.